Welcome back to another episode of the Bear Trap on the Boomer Bust channel, a Bears podcast by a Bears fan. I'm your host, Terry, and today going to the film to look at Nick Foles' incompletions against the Tampa Bay Bucks in our Week 5 victory. So, as we know, it wasn't exactly a clean game, and we definitely probably pulled out an improbable win, but I think Nick Foles definitely played a part in that later on in the second half where things got a little more tightened up. But we're going to look at the incompletions. There's only 11. I feel like I always say that every week but only 11 of them. So we'll try to definitely get through all of them and break down what we see. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and get this started. So the first one is 3rd and 2. Little sprint out, and as you can see, overthrown. Just ball got a little too high, throwing on the move. And I do mean just a little bit too high. I like the play call. Obviously, you only needed 2 yards, and this is a big conversion for us. So it was all set up there. Kind of a little rub route, but I mean, that's an easy completion. You got to be able to complete that. Just get the ball down. All right, 1st and 10. I think that was the second quarter. So under center, play action. And yeah, I mean, you talk about 2 shots, or not even shots, but 2 like gimmies as far as completions that we should have had. Just not accurate enough. Now, this pass is against pressure. As you'll see, there's contact. So, my bad. Let's back that up. And one thing I will say, I mean, we'll look at it, but I will say definitively, Massey and Leno did much better job than expected, because even though I'm sure there's plays where they weren't great, we did not have a bunch of pressure that night. So play action there. The top of the drop. And as I say that, Leno's man's bringing the pressure. But, I mean, you definitely gave him enough time. We see how big that route is. Now, we would, of course, like him to be able to throw that in a cleaner pocket. But, I mean, as Foles, you got to, like, before you threw it, you see he's already even with the defender. So you know that he's going to be, he's got a few steps on him. And then just honestly, not even the distance, but like where you led him was so far away from where he was. So that's 2 gimmies that really hurt, and you know that you want those. So 3rd and 6. Second quarter. And the one thing that I was saying before coming into this game is that the Bucks, like, yes, they got some big guys on the line and 2 of the best linebackers in the game, but their secondary is very suspect. And we know we don't want to run the ball anyway, but if there was a game to pass, this was one. So this is our curl concept. We'll have the 2 out breaking routes. And, I mean, it's 3rd and 6. There's not a ton of options. Jimmy does a good job of getting to the sticks. Oh, sorry about that. This thing wants to not work sometimes. I'm trying to pause it so we can see where everybody at. I mean, Jimmy does a good job of working towards the sticks, but by that time, it's already too late. Foles is getting ready to throw. Whoever this is, I can't tell, is way below the sticks. So now you got your 2 more vertical routes. Now you got 2 for 2 and 2 for 2. And so it's really just trying to take a shot with one of those. So I understand Foles going underneath here, thinking that he's got the inside leverage. But Allen kind of gives it up with that route. Probably wanted to continue a little flatter instead of rounding it out. But then the pass itself is behind him. So at the end of the day, that didn't really matter much. Yeah, I understand that concept as I said. Some people don't like it. Now, that's not a terrible pocket. So this is a combination of 2 things. Pocket's not great, but it's not terrible. But a combination of 2 things. So Foles has to, well, I wouldn't say has to, but he doesn't throw it leading the receiver because of the way Allen Robinson runs that route. Like, again, if he runs it flatter, then you can throw it underneath. But since he rounded it right into the safety, I'm sure Foles had to put it a little bit behind, which made it a tougher catch. Because if he put it too far in front, that's an interception. And then, of course, obviously, the pressure on Ifedi and Massey. Oh, Massey did a pretty good job, but Ifedi walked pretty much right in the Foles. So just a combination, like as most plays are, it's a combination of things. 1st and 3, second quarter. Obviously in the white zone, going in for a scoring opportunity. Just throws that one away. It's hard to see if, from this angle, if there was actually a chance of getting him that ball. They do a sprint out. I think Davis had pretty good coverage the whole way. You really couldn't throw that until you got to the sideline. So I'm not mad at that. 2nd and 3, second quarter. Oh, this must be after the turnover. Now, this one made me so mad with Jimmy Graham. Or not this. It was a different one that made me mad. Actually, it'll be in here because it was an incompletion. It was a drop. But with this one, I'm like, Jimmy, go up. Yeah, his foot was out. I mean, that was a well-timed or well-placed ball. Not mad at that. 3rd and 20 when the third quarter. Trips to the left. 4 vert. Third and 20, tried to check it down. I couldn't see what happened. But it looks like pressure. I should have added the sacks on here too. But anyway, 4 verts. We got a long play. Decides to move the pocket. And just has to get the ball off. Trying to get it to Montgomery, and darn near got intercepted. And maybe he was trying to throw that away. But I gotta believe Foles thought he couldn't make that throw from this angle, because usually he's pretty good about staying in the face of pressure. But yeah. 3rd and 20, that's a long time to block. And I don't want to hear anything about how Trubisky could have made that play. No, he couldn't. 3rd and 20, don't matter that he was quicker. They pretty much had pressure from each end. So it's 4th quarter, 1st and 10, towards the end of the game. which is interesting. Honestly, I am interested that we only had 11 incompletions because we didn't run the ball a whole lot. This was, it's first down, so I understand you could take these yards, but so we run that hitch. Anthony Miller was blocking like he wasn't even running a route, but I'm guessing it was supposed to be some type of smash route. And so the problem with that is if you're like, okay, we're throwing the hitch no matter what, the problem is you got to see what the coverage is. With that coverage, it probably would have been better in a smash to throw it to the corner or the corner route, because in man coverage, he's going to have the guy running the corner is going to, not Jimmy, but if you run a corner, you're going to have the underneath right here. And on man, they can drive on that. So I'm not sure. But the way Anthony Miller was running, it looked like it was predetermined that it was going to Allen Robinson. I mean, it was a good play by Dean. Also, Foles, good arm, but not a plus arm. So that velocity wasn't, top notch or anything. 2nd and 8, fourth quarter. We are really close to the end of the game. 2-by-2. Looks like they brought pressure. Yikes. Just inaccurate. I mean, a good position by Dean. I don't think Mooney was as fast as they thought against him. But a good position by Dean. Obviously, Foles had to put it up because of the pressure. I thought they brought... Nope, they just brought 4. They just brought them on the same side. Throws against pressure. And, I mean, he had the space to deliver that ball. And it's a tough pass. I mean, that's why you trail the hip. That's why you pin them to the sideline, because it's a tough pass to throw from the pocket all the way to the outside shoulder of a receiver. Whether you're talking about distance or you're talking about having accuracy. 3rd and 8 now. So after that incompletion. But yeah, that's a tough throw, and especially when you don't have a straight, clean pocket. But the accuracy was off. So 3rd and 8, we got a little shallow cross coming. Looks like it was supposed to be, I don't know what the hell this was. That was a weird play. So it looks like we're going to have one of those deep curls and then a post. We got an out there, shallow cross there. Now, just the decision, I'm not sure why. And I should have put the interception on here. I'll add that at the last little bit. Well, I take it back. I understand why he threw that. Allen Robinson comes underneath the coverage. So the deep coverage, at least towards the break, when he's getting ready to throw, they're over the top. Allen's going to hook underneath that coverage. Then underneath coverage has their eyes on the 2 short routes. So I understand the throw. I think his pass was affected. We'll see. But obviously the accuracy and the velocity isn't there. That gives Winfield time to break on it. So they stunt. And Massey gets beat. Fetty doesn't really help him. Oh, yeah, that's a wobbler. Yeah, definitely got hit while he threw that. And we saw this throughout the game, especially in the second half, where they overload one side so they're able to do different games on the D-line. So you don't really know where people are going, like Vea is going all the way over to the left. But, I mean, I won't really blame Fetty. Massey, you got to be able to block him one-on-one. But, yeah, either way, there was contact on the throw, which affected the accuracy. 2nd and 9, 2 minutes to go in the game. We're down at this point. Trips to the left. Oh, this is the one that pissed me off. Oh, man, you won't have the tight angle like they do during the game, but like they had a real close angle. This man is just holding his hands to his chest. Like, I don't know, man. I don't even know how to explain it, but that's the right read. I mean, it's one-on-one. It's Jimmy Graham. That should be a box-out catch. But you could kind of see in the internet connection I'm on right now is kind of booty, but you could kind of see he holds his hands to his chest like he's about to catch it off his chest instead of extending out and attacking the ball. That's a good double read. That's a good play by Foles. Like, he doesn't attack the ball at all. And that allows Dean to make that play. All right, so 2nd and 9. Trips left. And this is the one I don't get. As I said before, I don't get why they chose to do that. It's just, there's so much. Well, you didn't know they're blitzing, but it's so much easier to do plays across the middle than do a one-on-one shot on the outside, especially when you're trying to run the clock down. But I get it. If you want to pass, you think they're going to blitz or whatever, you can't run the ball, then just do something that's a little more high percentage. All right, let's see. Pass pro was fine. I mean, honestly, I just think it was a really good play by Davis. I think Foles put the ball up where there was a chance for him to make that play, for Allen to make that play, and that's what you want to do. Why did I do incomplete passes again? All right, so let's check that interception out, and that'll be it. Of course, it's doing this. And it won't go to the coach film. Now y'all see why. You will see why I cannot stand. This is why I can't stand this interface. All right, there we go. I think. There we go. All right, now, I think this one was pretty much on Robinson, personally. But we'll watch it. Off the play action. Wait, this is not the play. Sorry, y'all. I clearly clicked the interceptor. What is going on? Bro, this is still not the play. All right, well, we're going to end it there because clearly this interface is just complete trash, and now you see why. So anyway, that's it for me. I think overall, watching that, I was shocked. I mean, there was definitely some slight misses that fall on Foles, but I don't think it was anything egregious. I mean, yeah, you had some shots you should have hit, but I don't think it was anything egregious as far as our offense. Like, some of the play calls, not a fan of, but as far as our ability to get open and make catches, as far as Foles' ability to find where he needs to go and deliver the ball, as far as the offensive line, at least holding up, and obviously they're the weakest part of all this, but I think overall as an offense, we operated pretty well given the circumstances. And again, the Bucs, they're not a great secondary. So I felt that we would have had a chance to do that. And we left some stuff out on the field, but we were able to hang in with them. So anyway, go down to the comment section. Let me know what you think. Share it around. Get the conversation started. Thumbs up, subscribe. And remember, stay up and bear down.